Harvey Foote law firm handles cases involving sexual abuse and physical abuse of residents in facilities. It's unfortunately something that is relatively common, but often is underreported and not necessarily known about in the way that it should be.
A lot of our cases also deal with physical abuse, resident to resident, or we've had cases where an employee to a resident, as well as sexual abuse by another resident or by another employee. At first blush, you might think, oh, that is one specific employee doing something bad. But usually when you look more into the cases, it's a facility that didn't do their proper background checks.
Many of these cases deal with very sensitive topics, and so they do not get reported or investigated as much as they should be. Many times also the nursing home is very concerned about being criminally liable for its misconduct in these circumstances, and so they do not always share their suspicions of physical or sexual abuse with residents' family members. Sometimes it can be difficult to prove that your loved one was physically or sexually assaulted, especially if you don't learn about it until long after the fact of the assault. We look to the medical records themselves. Typically, those are very good sources of objective information which will be able to let us know about the injuries that the person sustained and also any sort of immediate changes in their behavior which might be attributable to having been assaulted. Family members often feel some degree of guilt that this is a facility where they trusted that their loved one was going to be kept safe, and instead there's been this giant breach of trust and this type of horrific incident has occurred. But the reality is that nursing homes exist to provide a service. So while I understand that there is often a degree of guilt associated with these types of claims, I don't think that it's a necessary component because you should be allowed to trust them when they say they're going to do their job.